Good morning, students of ICSC Board Class 10th. Today we'll do Act 1, Scene 1 of Merchant of Venice. Student, it's very difficult to complete the entire novel. So we'll try to do the important lines, important characters, and important parts. So we'll start with Antonio. Antonio is a wealthy Venetian trader. Venetian means belonging to Venice. Venice is a city in Italy. The merchant of Venice. He is a merchant, a royal merchant in fact, a successful businessman and a popular and a respected figure in वेनिस. तो एंटोनियो एक बहुत ही अच्छा पैसे वाला ट्रेडर है, व्यापारी है, उसकी बहुत इज्जत है और बहुत ही फेमस है, वो बहुत पॉपुलर है, लोकप्रिय है और सब लोग उसकी बहुत रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं. एंटोनी इज़ पीएलएस एज अ फ्रेंड, और एज अ फ्रेंड भी एंटोनियो का कोई जवाब नहीं है मार्क एंटोनियो का, और वो बहुत ही अच्छा एक दोस्तों का दोस्त है, उसको सब लोग बहुत प्यार करते हैं, रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं. एक ये सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टर है इसका. इसके बाद जो कैरेक्टर आता है वो है बेसानियो का. बेसानियो इज़ अ यंग वेनेशियन हु इज़ अ फ्रेंड ऑफ एंटोनियो. एंटोनियो का दोस्त है बेसानियो. हिज कैरेक्टर शोड इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ डेवलपमेंट इन द प्ले. जैसे जैसे प्ले आगे बढ़ता आप उसके विषय में ज़्यादा जानकारी मिलती जाती है. In the beginning of the play, we are introduced to him as a reckless man who has squandered his wealth on pleasures of giving, of good living and extravagant expenditure. So, as a person who is extravagant, he spends a lot. His means are less, but expenditures are more. वो कमाता कम है और खर्च ज़्यादा करता है. इसके लिए वो उधार लेता है लोगों से. दिस इज हिज हैबिट. ही इज़ एडिक्टेड टू दैट. उसकी ये हैबिट है, वो उससे एडिक्टेड है, वो यही काम करता रहता है. अब हम लोग स्टार्ट करते हैं प्ले को. एक्ट 1 वेनिस की स्ट्रीट पे है ये. एंटोनियो, सैलारिनो एंड सैलानियो ये फ्रेंड है, कॉमन फ्रेंड्स है. दीज आर द कॉमन फ्रेंड ऑफ मार्क एंटोनियो एंड बेसानियो. बेसानियो के और एंटोनियो के कॉमन दोस्त हैं. एंटोनियो, इन सूथ I know not why I'm so sad. Sooth means truth. In truth, and he's wondering, he's pondering why he's so sad. What's the reason behind its sadness? It wearies me. You say it wearies me. So I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I'm tired of it, and I'm telling you that I'm really tired of it. But how I caught it, found it, or came by it, I don't know how I came to acquire it. Acquire it means my sadness. And where exactly I picked it up, where is which place, I don't know. I'm thinking from which place I picked it up, and what its nature, what stuff means, what is its nature, what material is it made up of. So what are they talking about? They are talking about his sadness. So the sadness, and he's wondering, he's pondering, I said, that why it's so sad, or who of it is born, I am to learn. I don't know how it has come to me. I am to learn. I am to learn means it's totally unknown to me. I want to know it. And such a want wit, sadness. Want wit, sadness means a dull person, a reckless person, a dull person. And this, whatever it is, it has made me sad. And I have much ado to know myself. So I'm in a great trouble. Okay, I'm in a great trouble. Ado means trouble only, if you remember the play of Shakespeare. And I have much ado to know myself. So I'm in a great trouble, I'm in a great difficulty to recognize my own self. तो यहाँ पे एंटोनियो जो है वो अपने लिए सोच रहा है, वो सोच रहा है कि वो इतना दुखी क्यों है, क्या रीज़न है, और यही बात उसको, वो दुखी क्यों है, ये बात उसको और दुख दे रही है. और ये सोच रहा है ये इसको, ये जो इसका ये नेचर है, जो इसकी उदासी है, ये इसको कहाँ से मिली, कैसे मिली, और ये किस चीज़ से बनी हुई है, और ये इसके पास कहाँ से आई, ये सोच रहा है बैठा. Salarino, your mind is tossing on the ocean. Tossing means you are moving, you are thinking recklessly, you are thinking about your ships which are on the ocean. There where your Argosies, Argosies means the merchant ship, with partly sail, like Signiers. Signiers means lords, and rich burghers. Burghers means again some respected citizen, on the flood, or as it were the pigeon. The pigeons means the moving exhibition. So here it says your mind is agitated with the thoughts about your vessels, means vessels, your ships which are on the sea, means you are confused, we are like troubled, आप परेशान हैं, आपकी जो ships हैं समुद्र में उसके कारण. Your thoughts are on the high seas where your large merchant vessels with their magnificent puffed off sails like great and wealthy citizens who stand above the ordinary citizens. So your thoughts are on the high sea. High sea on the ocean. You are thinking about your ships which are on the ocean, where your large merchant ships, your ships are really big and they appear to be a magnificent citizen. And other ships in front of your big ship are feel inferior to it, okay, and they pay respect and tribute to your ships. तो वो कह रहा है कि आपकी जो शिप है इस समय वो पानी पे सेल कर रही है और बहुत बड़ी शिप है आपकी, छोटी छोटी जो दूसरी शिप्स उसके अगल बगल तैर रही है, उनके सामने आपकी शिप एक बहुत बड़े सिटीजन की तरह है जो इधर से उधर तैर रही है और वो दूसरी शिप्स उसको रिस्पेक्ट दे रही है. डू ओवरपियर. Overpeer means stand above the petty Taphicus. Taphicus means the small ship. So your ship stand above. So it's a sort of a respect given to his ship. Remember, Mark Antonio. Antonio is a rich person. He's been respected by given respect by the people, and even the ships are respected by the other ships. तो उसके शिप को भी वैसा ही रिस्पेक्ट मिलता है जो दूसरी छोटी छोटी जो शिप्स हैं उनके सामने माँ एंटोनियो की शिप बहुत बड़ी मानी जाती है. That courteously to them do their reverence and they show the respect. The other ships show the respect toward your ship as they fly by them with their woven wings, as it moves in front of the other ship. तो जबकि these smaller vessels bow to your ship and pay respect to them just as ordinary people do to rich people. तो आपकी जब शिप निकलती है तो जो छोटी छोटी शिप है वो उसको वैसे ही रिस्पेक्ट देती हैं जैसे कि बड़ी शिप को वैसे रिस्पेक्ट देती हैं छोटे छोटे शिप, जैसे कि एक बड़े प्रसिद्ध आदमी को दूसरे छोटे छोटे लोग रिस्पेक्ट देते हैं. Salanio, believe me sir, had I such venture for. तो यह Salanio is speaking that indeed you must believe me sir, that आपको मेरे पर विश्वास करना होगा, when I say that if I had so much merchandise at ship. And now he expresses his own views, his own feeling. The better part of my affection would be with my hopes abroad. I should be still plucking the grass to know where sits the wind. So he says, when I say that if I had so much of merchandise at ship, अगर मेरी इतने सारे जहाज पानी में होते जिन पे इतना पैसा लगा होता, most of my thoughts were my hopes about these merchandise. तो अधिकतर मेरी जो सोच थी वो इन merchandise के लिए ही फिक्स होती, वो उन्हीं चीज़ों के लिए मैं सोच रहा होता, हर पल में अपनी शिप्स के विषय में सोच रहा होता जो समुद्र में है. I would have plucked a handful of grass. What's the reason? Many times people pluck the grass and throw it in the air to know the direction of the wind. तो मैं हर समय घास निकाल रहा होता, उसको हवा में फेंक रहा होता, ये जानने के लिए कि किस डायरेक्शन में विंड चल रही है. कहीं ये विंड उस डायरेक्शन में तो नहीं चल रही जिस डायरेक्शन में मेरी शिप्स जा रही है. Peering in maps for ports and piers and roads. Piers होते हैं backwaters, roads होती हैं shallow water near the shore, and peering means looking. So he said I would be constantly looking into maps and charts to find out the safe harbor, ports and anchors. तो वो कह रहा है मैं यहाँ पे लगातार उसको अपने मैप में देख रहा होता और ढूंढने की कोशिश करता है कि वो सेफ प्लेसेस. आई वुड हैव बीन लुकिंग फॉर द सेफ हार्बर्स जो सेफ होते, पोर्ट्स या फिर एंकर जहाँ पे मेरी शिप कर सकती है. एंड एवरी ऑब्जेक्ट दैट माइट मेक मी फियर मिसफॉर्च्यून टू माई वेंचर आउट ऑफ डाउट वुड मेक मी सैड. आउट ऑफ डाउट मीन्स अनडाउटफुली. एंड एवरीथिंग दैट इज लाइकली टू ब्रिंग मिसफॉर्च्यून टू माई वेसल. तो कोई भी चीज़ जो मेरी शिप के लिए, मेरे गुड्स के लिए बदकिस्मती लाते हैं, वो मैं उनसे तुरंत डर जाता. Salarino, my wind cooling my broth का मतलब होता है सूप, और विंड का यहाँ पे मतलब है ब्रेथ. would blow me to an आगे मतलब होता है फीवर. तो यहाँ पे ही सेइंग दैट I would never afford to forget my ship if they were on the high sea. So he is saying that he never would have forgotten his ship if his ships were on the high sea. During dinner, when I blow upon my hot soup to cool it, I am reminded of the wind blowing on the sea. तो जिस समय मैं अपना सूप को ठंडा कर रहा था और उसको फूंक मारता, तो उस फूंक से मुझे उस विंड का ध्यान आ जाता, उस आंधी का ध्यान आ जाता जो शायद मेरी शिप को नुकसान पहुंचा देती. What harm a wind too great at sea might do. और एक what harm can a wind do to a great ship? Definitely a wind and storm are harmful for the ship. जो एक आंधी मेरे जहाज का क्या हाल कर देती. But I should think of shallows and of flats and see my wealthy Andrew. Andrew उसकी शिप का नाम है. Dogged in sand, buried in sand. और वो कह रहा है कि I am reminded of the dinner. I would have shake my fear and become feverish with anxiety of think of what warm or strong might do to my ship. अब वो कह रहा है मुझे डर था, उस डर होता उस तूफान का जो मेरी शिप को पहुंचा देता. एंटोनियो, बिलीव मी, नो आई थैंक माई फॉर्चून फॉर इट. तो माँ एंटोनियो कह रहा है कि बिलीव मी, जितना इट इज़ नॉट सो, ऐसा नहीं है, मैं अपनी शिप के लिए नहीं सोच रहा हूँ. My ventures are not in one bottom trusted. I am thankful that all my fortune, since I am not entrusted my everything, all my merchandise on one ship. मैंने अपना सारा पैसा, अपना सारा माल, अपना सारा goods एक ही शिप पे नहीं लगाया है. And trusted not to one place. और मेरे सारे जहाज एक ही जगह नहीं जा रहे हैं कि अगर एक जगह तूफान आएगा तो मेरे सारे जहाज उससे नहीं डूब पाएंगे. Nor in my whole state, my whole state, my whole wealth, my entire wealth, upon the fortune of this present year is dependent on my success of the profit. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि मेरे सारा जो मुझे इसी जहाज से जो कमाई होगी उसी से मेरी आगे की किस्मत चलेगी, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं. तो यहाँ पे दिस शोज ही इज अ रियली गुड बिजनेसमैन एंड इज वेरी लाइक कॉन्फिडेंट. ही इज वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट एंड वेरी कैलकुलेटिव. अब यहाँ पे शायद उसका एंटोनियो का आप करेक्टर लिखेंगे तो आपको लगेगा बहुत ही वो कैलकुलेटिव है और बहुत ही कॉन्फिडेंट है अपने उसके लिए, और शायद यही एक राज है उसकी सफलता का. तो उसने कहा मैंने सारा अपना पैसा एक ही जहाज पे नहीं लगाया और मेरे सारे जहाज एक ही डायरेक्शन में नहीं जा रहे हैं और मेरा सारा प्रॉफिट केवल इसी से नहीं आना है, मैं और भी काम करता हूँ. Salanio, here come Bassanio, your most noble kingsman. Kingsman is relative. Salanio is saying that here comes now. So here it's a way of Shakespeare. He introduces his characters through the mouth of other characters. So Salanio is telling. So he just appears. He makes a sort of a scene. He clears the character before the arrival of the character. So Bassanio has not arrived yet, and still Salanio is speaking, talking about him. Here come Bassanio, your most noble kingsman. And your most noble kingsman, your most noble sort of a relative is here. Gratiano and Lorenzo, fare ye well, means goodbye to you. We leave you now with a better company. And he considered Bassanio is better, means he is more interested. So Salanio कह रहा है कि Bassanio आ रहा है जो आपका ज़्यादा अच्छा दोस्त है और हम लोग यहाँ से जा रहे हैं, और Gratiano and Lorenzo मैं आपको गुड बाय कह रहा हूँ, अब मैं आप चाहता हूँ आप थोड़ी बेटर कंपनी में हो. तो वो अपने को भी उसमें जोड़ ले रहा है. Bassanio, अब now Bassanio has come, good Signor is respected people, both. When shall we laugh? And he's wondering, again he's thinking that when are they going to laugh, because he's seen it appears to him that the atmosphere is gloomy. उसको atmosphere थोड़ा सा gloomy लग रहा है, थोड़ा सा उदासी पूर्ण लग रहा है, तो कह रहा है कि हम लोग अब कब हंसेंगे. You grow exceedingly strange. You have grown exceedingly strange. Why are you looking yourself so strange? What's the reason behind this? Antonio, I told the world, but as the world, that I value this world. And he's saying I hold the world, means I value this world, Gratiano. But as the world, but actually what is there in the world is a stage where every man must, it's an important dialogue, a stage where every man must play a part. So a world is a stage when everyone has a part to play, and mine is a sad one, and today my part is a sad one. Today means right now, at the present, my part is a sad one. वो कह रहा है कि ये वो दुनिया एक स्टेज की तरह है और मेरा जो किरदार है, मेरा जो वो एक दुखी व्यक्ति का. ग्रेशियानो, लेट मी प्ले द फूल. अब ग्रेशियानो कह रहा है मेरा जो रोल है वो एक फूल का है. ओह, I will tell thy more of this another time. And he's talking about some people, and he said, I'm going to tell about these people some other time, but fish not with this melancholy bait. And but meanwhile, don't go to don't go about seeking the foolish praise of the world. He's saying that don't talk about the foolish people. Don't go about the foolish people who praise you. Don't talk about them. For this foolish gudgeon is a greedy fish, a greedy fish. गजेन एक ग्रीडी फिश है जो कांटे में कुछ भी होता है उसको खाने आ जाती है, और जब लोग उसको निकालते हैं तो पता चलता है उसकी कीमत नहीं, इट्स ऑफ लेस वैल्यू। तो उसको फंसाना आसान है और उसको निकालने के बाद पता चलता है उसकी कोई कीमत नहीं है। फेयर ये वेल अ वाइल आई विल एंड माई exhortation after dinner. So it said that for the present I bid you a farewell and we'll talk later about this after the dinner is over. वो कहता है ये सब बातें अब हम लोग यहाँ ख़त्म करते हैं, हम लोग डिनर ख़त्म होने के बाद फिर से बात करेंगे। तो these are the important lines and important characters and important parts because you can't cover each and everything right like this. Bassanio, Gratiano speak an infinite deal of nothing more than any man in all Venice. His reasons are as 2 grains of wheat hid in 2 bushels of chaff. You shall seek all day ere you find them when you have them. They are not worth the search. So here Bassanio is speaking. What views he has for Gratiano is that he talks more of nonsense. वो ज़्यादा बेहूदी बकवास करता है देन परहैप्स एनी अदर पर्सन इन वेनिस। वेनिस में कोई भी ऐसा व्यक्ति नहीं जो इससे ज़्यादा बेवकूफ़ी की बात करता हो। इफ देर इज एनी सेंस इन वॉट ही सेज यू हैव टू फाइंड इट लाइक 2 grains of wheat hid in 2 bushels of sand. Bushels means a large quantity and equal to 8 gallons. और वो कह रहा है कि वो इस तरह से वो बातें करता है जैसे कि आप उससे बात करते रहे तो आप 2 ग्रेन जो है पूरे दिन ऐसे लगता है भूसे के बड़े से ढेर में ढूंढते रहेंगे, और जब वो आपको ग्रेन्स मिल भी जाएंगे तो आपको लगेगा कि आपकी सर्च बेकार थी, उनकी कोई वैल्यू नहीं है। तो कहने का तात्पर्य यहाँ पे है कि जो ग्रेशियानो कहता है वो सारी बकवास है, पूरे दिन आप सोचते रहेंगे फिर भी किसी निष्कर्ष पे नहीं पहुंच पाएंगे। ऑल इज टॉक्स आर यूजलेस and the whole day you keep on talking to him, then also you won't be able to come to any conclusion. Antonio, well, tell me now, what lady is the same to whom you swore a secret pilgrimage that you do day promise to tell me? Now Antonio as he is in a serious mood, जैसे Antonio अपने serious mood में he is asking Bassanio, tell me about who's that lady whom you have been talking about, and you have made a secret visits to that lady and you promised to tell me about that lady. तुमने उससे secretly मिले भी हो और तुम उस lady के विषय में मुझे बताओ। ये कौन कह रहा है? ये मार्क एंटोनियो ने उससे कहा बसानियो से। Bassanio, this not unknown to you, not unknown, 2 negatives next to each other. So Bassanio is saying that you know it very well how much I have impaired my financial condition, how much I have disabled mind state, how much I have damaged my wealth, the way I have spent my money by something showing a more swelling port. Swelling port means in a gorgeous way, in a pompous way. Then my faint, instead of living in a scanty way, instead of spending less money, I have wasted all my money, would grant continuous, and I am sure that my limited means should have allowed me to continue like this, and nor do I know make moan to be abridged. But I'm not regretting about it. I'm not sorry for that. From such a noble rate, but my chief care, my chief worry is to come fairly off from the great depths wherein my time sometime too prodigal. So I just have to curtail my extravagant style of living now, but my chief anxiety, my chief worry is how to pay the enormous debt I have taken from the people. So अब यहाँ पे बेसैनियों पर कह रहा है, I'll tell you the meaning of the important word. Disable means to damage, mind state means my wealth, my money, and my faint means the scanty. In the scanty means I could have spent less money, and continuous means would have allowed me to continue. Abridge means curtail. Noble rate, the splendid way of living. and wherein my time in the past time is thinking in the past I have taken money from the people and I am in a great debt. तो यह बेसानियो कह रहा है कि मार्क एंटोनियो आपको तो एंटोनियो आपको सॉरी मालूम होगा कि कैसे मेरी कंडीशन ख़राब हो गई, मैं कैसे पैसे खर्च करता रहा दोनों हाथों से, मेरे पास पैसा कमाने के जरिए कम थे, मैंने खर्च बहुत किए, लेकिन मैं इसके लिए परेशान नहीं हूँ, मैं इसके लिए परेशान नहीं। मेरी चीफ प्रॉब्लम ये है कि जिनसे मैंने पैसा लिया है उनको मैं कैसे पैसे वापस करूँ, मैं पैसे कैसे वापस करूँ, किस तरह से वापस करूँ पैसे। Bassanio, in my school days when I had lost one shaft during my school day I shot an arrow, and if I lost it I used to shoot another with the same force and in the same direction. This shows that he was a person who used to take risk. Okay, and how, when can you take risk? When you don't have anything to lose. Okay, that's the only way where you can take risk. I shot this fellow of the same flight as I've already explained it, the same way with more advice was in a very more careful way. So if I shot an arrow and lost it, I used to shoot another with the same force, but in a very careful way to get back that. And fortunately, many a times I got back both the arrows. So this was his way of living. And by adventuring both, I have found both. And by looking for both, by risking both, I used to get both of them. I earned this childhood proof, and this is a childhood experiment for me, because what follows is pure innocence, and that it's a very simple. It's a very simple reason I am giving. I owe you much, and like a willful youth, that which I owe is lost. But if you please to shoot another arrow that self way, which you did shoot the first, I do not doubt, as I will watch the aim or do find both. So he is saying, I am greatly indebted to you. You have helped me a lot in the past, but you know I am a reckless person. I have wasted all my money, and which I borrowed from you. But if you are so kind to give me another loan in the same way as you have done it before, I have no doubt by taking risk and taking a good care, being very careful, I will be able to get it back for you. And I will pay you the first loan, and in fact the second loan also, and I will pay the rest of the debtors. So यहाँ पे वो बहुत ही रिस्क लेने वाले व्यक्ति के रूप में दिखाया जा रहा है, जो कह रहा है कि अगर आपने मेरे पैसे मुझे लौटा दिए, सॉरी अगर आपने मुझे दोबारा लोन दे दिया तो मैं आपका मैं बचपन में, अब वो अपना एक एग्जाम्पल दे रहा, बचपन में उसका एक तीर चलाता था, खो जाता था तो वो उसी डायरेक्शन में दूसरा तीर भी चलाता था, और कई बार उसको इस तरह से दोनों तीर मिल जाते। तो ये उसको हम लोग कहेंगे बहुत रिस्क लेने वाला आदमी है वो। और रिस्क कौन लेता है? जिसके पास खोने के लिए कुछ ना हो, उसके पास रिस्क ही लेने का एक जरिया रहता है। तो यहाँ पे वो कह रहा है कि तुम जहाँ आप जैसे कि मेरी मदद कर देंगे आप, तो मैं आपका पहले का कर्ज भी दे दूंगा, मैं उन लोगों का कर्ज भी उतार दूंगा जिनसे मैंने पहले ले रखा है। एंटोनियो, you know me well and herein spend but time to win about. Win about means you are approaching me indirectly. My love is circumstances. Circumstances again means like indirect way. And out of doubt, you do me now more wrong in making question of my uttermost in doubting me. You are doubting me. Then if you have made waste of all I have, then do but say to me what I should do, that in your knowledge may be done, and I am pressed onto it. Onto it means like prepared, ready to do. So here Antony is speaking that you know me well, and what feelings I have towards you, and in fact you are wasting your time, you are approaching me indirectly. Instead of doing this in an indirect way, you should have approached me in a direct way, and certainly you are doing an injustice in doubting whether I will be able to help you or not. And tell me what's your opinion, I may reasonably what I can do to help you. तो यहाँ पे एंटोनियो कह रहा है कि तुम अपनी बातें घुमा फिरा के जो कह रहे हो, तुम डायरेक्टली मुझसे बताओ क्या तुम्हें चाहिए, मैं तुम्हारी डायरेक्ट मदद करूँगा। घुमा फिरा के जो बातें कर रहे हो बातें ठीक नहीं है, लगता है तुम्हें कुछ शंका है कि मैं तुम्हारी मदद नहीं करूँगा, और तुम मुझे बताओ मैं तुम्हारी मदद कैसे कर सकता हूँ। In Bassanio, in Balmont is a rich lady richly left. Again, as I said earlier, it's a way of Shakespeare to like talk about the characters. Like now Bassanio has started speaking about the way of Shakespeare of introducing the character. Now Bassanio has introduced Portia, who's not there. In Balmont is a rich lady richly left, and she's fair and fairer than the world. And he's saying in Balmont there is a lady whose father has left a huge amount of money, and she is a rich heiress, and she is beautiful, but her physical beauty is nothing. And if you compare it with the great virtue she has a great virtue, means she is a very good natured girl. Sometimes from her eyes I had deceived fair speeches message, and many times I have seen in her eyes unspoken sign of love for me. तो यहाँ पे बेसानियो बता रहा है कि पोर्शिया एक बहुत ही अच्छी लड़की है, बहुत जिसका पैसा, जिसके पिता ने उसके लिए बहुत पैसा छोड़ा, और उसको जितनी खूबसूरत है उससे ज़्यादा भी उसका दिल खूबसूरत है, और मैंने कई बार उसकी आंखों में अपने लिए प्यार देखा है. हर नेम इज़ पोर्शिया, नथिंग अंडरवैल्यूड मीन्स नथिंग, no way she is inferior to Julius, if you remember Julius Caesar, to Cato's daughter Brutus, Portia. So again it's a way of this way Shakespeare compares his character with the character of some other plays of his own. So here is comparing Portia of Julius Caesar, who was Brutus' wife, and she was also beautiful, and here he feels that this Portia is more beautiful in comparison with that Portia. यहाँ पे उसकी पोर्शिया जो है वो ज़्यादा खूबसूरत है, जबकि जो ब्रूटस की पत्नी पोर्शिया थी वो कम खूबसूरत थी. एंटोनियो, thou knowest that all my fortunes are at sea, you know all my wealth is blocked in merchandise on the sea, nothing have I money nor commodity. So right now I don't have money, neither I have cash nor goods to raise a present sum, means I cannot raise an immediate sum for you. Therefore go forth, go around, try what credit can do in Venice, and try to find out what my reputation, how my reputation can help you. That shall be ragged, and you can take the full advantage of my reputation, even to the uttermost, as I said, full advantage. To furnish means to provide you, thee to Balmont, that can provide you some money, that with that money you can go to Balmont and meet that fair Portia. And here he is saying that you know all my wealth is blocked in merchandise on the ship, and I have neither cash nor goods enough to collect some at present. Therefore go around in the city to Venice and see how can I help you to raise loan. Go presently, inquire, and so will I, and you go and I will also go where money is, and I no question me, and I have no doubt of my trust, that my credit is going to earn you a good amount of money. Whatever the amount you are asking, you will get that money. तो यहाँ पे एंटोनियो कह रहा है कि तुम जाओ, मेरे पास इस समय तो कोई पैसे नहीं है, ना मेरे पास कैश है, ना मेरे पास कोई सामान है जो मुझे पैसा दिला सके. तुम जाओ वेनिस में, ढूंढो इधर उधर, और जो कोई तुम्हें पैसा दे सके, मेरी क्रेडिट पे, मेरी रेपुटेशन पे पैसा ले लो और अपना काम चलाओ, और मैं भी जाता हूँ और मैं भी देखता हूँ. So that was Act 1, Scene 1. Very shortly we will do Act 1, Scene 2. Till then, goodbye, and do subscribe the channel, and press the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thank you.